Welcome back. This is just a quick follow-up from my video from last time where I talked about a simple soft start circuit for AC using one IGBT or MOSFET, and I wanted to show that it actually works. I am actually using, I think, 50K here, and this one is 10K. I think I've actually got a 100 UF in there now. There's better ways to do this. I do have this Zener diode in 12 volts, but I'm actually only driving the gate around 7 volts, something like that. It's fine. All right, let's test it. So I have a 0.01 ohm resistor. That is just to measure the current going through it. This is straight mains. This is out of a hairdryer. Great source of nichrome wire. I've got this on 30 ohms, which is like 4 amps. All right, let's see what happens. And there you go. As you can see, it has a nice slow rise, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 cycles. That is usually the inrush of a big toroidal core transformer. Get about 6 or 7 cycles. So this is a perfect way to limit it. Works great. I did try it at 1,000 watts, and that killed the IGBT. So some tweaking is in order. Under 500 watts, works great. I was going to show you that the circuit works just as well with a MOSFET instead of an IGBT, but it doesn't. So I tried tweaking it, blew up some MOSFETs, and then, like everything else, and honestly life in general, I gave up. But just now I realized why. I'm an idiot. You need a diode here, because when the FET turns fully on, it'll drop this voltage down, and it'll drop the gate below its threshold. In retrospect, I'm amazed that it worked as well as it did with the IGBT. This really should have been obvious when I noticed that the gate was 7 volts instead of 12, but I just assumed I did the math wrong. You also don't really need the full bridge rectifier just to drive this gate, so it's actually better just to use a single diode here, so it's not part of this circuit. That way you don't have to worry about the VSAT drop. Just to clarify, this circuit is useful when you need a short but linear ramp up from 0 to, 80%, and then you'd bypass the whole thing with the relay. Don't try to run it the whole time like this. Now, I'm not going to build this because it works perfectly in my head, and I don't want to ruin that. It's one of many possible solutions, and it may or may not ever be applicable to the 2 people that watch this video. But let's just ignore all of this, because I want to show you something that might actually be useful. General Ingvar posted a new video today about bicolor LEDs, and I wanted to share something I made a few years ago that I genuinely use constantly. Harbor Freight used to give out flashlights for free. I don't know if they still do, but I got about 200 of them. These are just the ones I had within arm's reach. I have hacked these into everything from UV lights to battery chargers, but this is the best thing I've made with it. And it only uses the battery holder. I threw this together in about 5 minutes one day. 3 batteries, mine happen to be rechargeable, a 10-cent LM317 linear regulator, and one 100 ohm resistor. That's it. I did want to make it with tweezers instead of wires and also have a USB port for charging it, but I could only justify about 5 minutes at the time when I was 7 levels deep into side projects of side projects. I've always wanted to remake it to make it look a little nicer, and now that I'm showing it off on camera, I'm really regretting that I never did that. I'm pretty sure anyone who's made it this far knows what this is. There's nothing new about a voltage regulator running constant current mode, but as an LED tester, it's just fantastic. There's 0 drain on the battery when you're not using it, so you don't even need an on-off switch. It just makes life easier. Takes 5 minutes to make one, and I really suggest everyone does. A 100 ohm resistor sets the constant current to about 12 or 13 milliamps, in ideal cases. Obviously, the dropout is affecting it, but it's never been an issue. I just need it to light up, and honestly, with the different efficiencies, it doesn't look too bad, despite the red drawing a lot more current. I could use an LDO regulator like the 1117. It would be better, but it wouldn't actually make any difference. I just used the 317 because I had 100 of them. Now I have 100 of the other ones too. I have gotten different batches of these tiny SMD LEDs with the exact same marking and completely different polarity. So yeah, I use this thing a lot. I really need to add tweezers to this though.